And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25. Wentz now to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 3rd down, Grant. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Grant. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Wentz. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Boston Scott, his 1st carry. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on. And
Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. 20! Touchdown, Chicago! Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On second down now, it's Grant, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Here we go. Waiting! I'm coming for you. Mike 51.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. Now a loose football, the ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen. Catch made by Slayton. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A 24-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That is caught by Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darius Slayton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. PAT up and good by Rosas. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On 2nd down, it's Grant, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch tight ends right. Watch.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Wentz now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Again, they'll throw with Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Marr able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? He did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From midfield now on 2nd down, Wentz. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Grant. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They go back to Grant. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Wentz going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Watch the pass.
Wentz now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Ertz has it left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. They will run with Grant. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Corey Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Coleman now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And able to work his way down to the 16. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And Rosas puts this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. He's back to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Wentz. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. From midfield, here's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Back to throw. Wentz. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with 3 seconds remaining. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Bears take over. Let's go, boys. Bring it up. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I guess the boat is my